Welcome back, you guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and if not, I hope this makes your day just a little bit better. When we left off, we had more to talk about, like Toku said. If you guys are new here, please hit the subscribe button. It's free and it makes my day, and it makes everything just a little bit better on the channel every time you guys do. Share your favorite part if you have one. If you don't have one, share that too. I didn't have one single favorite part for you, and that's okay. Okay, you guys, this is a free zone. You can say whatever you want, do whatever you want. Nothing will be taken down or anything, but expect the consequences of your actions. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, let's get started.
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
I don't know what it is about my Steam games, but the game is definitely doing that thing again where it's like, it's skipping up a little bit. It's starting to lag a little bit.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
We're talking about Mukuro.
No, that isn't actually what killed her.
Yeah,
it was
because
something entirely different.
Somebody tied up a whole bunch of bows and turned it into like metal bows and turned them into some type of like bat, I guess.
Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been the other wounds, the blow to the head, the stab wound. No, because I think they said she was stabbed after.
I got it!
The other wounds? Okay.
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Yeah, it had to have been because Kyoko, I was gonna say Toku. Kyoko said that there were other wounds on her body.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Yeah. The body was covered with the other wounds, but these were at least several days old. It didn't say several years. It wouldn't say they were really old scars. It said they were several days old. That could be 5 or 6 days.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago.
A few days is 3, so
they can't possibly be what killed her.
It had to have been.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body,
up a little bit,
she'd already been dead for several days?
Yeah. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. You know what? I'm gonna let the game do its thing because I don't understand it.
Then naturally, the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
No one said that.
Huh? How do you know that? Isn't it
Unless
obvious?
Toku, you outing yourself.
She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
Toku might be outing herself. See, Toku's on my list now too.
You're wrong.
She denied me before I could even say anything.
Toku, come on. We're trying to survive here. You're sitting here being a little horny toad, little horn dog. Will you please just this one time, just be quiet.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
Okay, well listen. So you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Right? Like, just be quiet and listen like we are. Make your argument. So you guys, I know what's coming up. I know that's stupid. Oh, wait. Mukuro headmaster. I didn't see all of it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Ultimate soldier.
She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle. Are you finished?
All those wounds in battle.
You didn't deny me this timesy wimesy. You made me go all cutesy.
It has to be that. It has to be Mukuro.
There wasn't anything cute about it.
No, those wounds didn't come from the battlefield. One look at the first written about her. Yeah,
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Ultimate soldier. I think we have to shoot the last thing she said.
100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds.
No, that's wrong.
That is wrong, Toku. Dun dun dun. Because if you remember back where her profile says, go ahead, Makoto.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
So it can't be Mukuro.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Dang it, Toku.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Shut up. Just shut. Thank you.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school.
Yep.
In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
And they were only a few days old, so it's like...
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
It has to be.
When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Yep.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
I was about to say something, but then I feel like I'm on the right track and I don't like what Mukuro's fatal injuries.
But if that's what killed her...
There's only one other person that has wounds like that. So what if somebody switched something?
Then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
Oh, when we were
Makoto,
attacked.
you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
True. But they didn't have red nails.
If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
They didn't have red nails, and they most certainly did not have a single tattoo on their hand.
So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me. I can't think of anyone else. Mukuro, the mastermind. The mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind.
It had to have been the true mastermind.
When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me.
Yep.
But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
The mastermind tried to set up Mukuro. Or the mastermind tried to fake their own death and Mukuro's I don't know.
What are you laughing at?
He's laughing. Because you guys are getting closer to the truth. He's trying to throw you off. Come on, Toku, stay together.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
Okay.
Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption.
He's right.
You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
It can't be. Or it could be.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. Mukuro had a very obvious finger tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, and they had no tattoo, they have no nails. There's only one person that had long red nails here. It should be obvious. And they've been slightly hiding her face. So maybe something was changed, or maybe something's different. I don't know.
You never saw their
Kumo's
face,
fine.
right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left
It
hand?
is.
Maybe
We
the
had to
right
absorb
foot.
that.
Or perhaps the
Right?
left foot.
Was it
Or
the
could it be the hips?
was it the right hand? Oh no, see this is why y'all need to pay attention, because I don't remember. I think it was the right hand. Most notable feature, the tattoo that marked her membership to Fenrir. Yes, the tattoo was a certain easy to spot in a certain easy spot
You
area.
never
I think it
saw
was the
their
right
face,
hand.
right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was
No,
Mukuro
I didn't-
Ikusaba.
I
You're
mean to
wrong.
shoot. I meant to hit
Even without
that.
seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? Is it the right or the left hand?
No, I meant to do that.
Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
Okay, I'm messing up, you guys. Yeah.
You never saw there, so you can't have. I'm telling you
So
now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing
think
their
we have to
face,
shoot that.
there's another part of the attacker we can use to.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Yes, it's
or perhaps, or could it be the hip?
it's this.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
I think
No,
yes.
it's wrong.
I couldn't remember which hand that tattoo was on. I swear I was like
Mukuro had a tattoo on her
guessing.
right hand, if I remember correctly.
I couldn't remember which hand it was. But oh man, I'm so glad I guessed right. Because I'm sitting here like it had to have been her right hand. Especially thinking how she was laid out in the garden, it had to have been her right hand. I don't know why.
A representation of
I
Fenrir.
messed that up so bad.
In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me.
Yeah, because they had the knife. They had
And
the
there
knife
was no
up.
such tattoo.
Yep, they had no tattoo on their hand. I mean, she couldn't put
So
makeup
there's
on.
no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Right.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me.
It had to have been you, Monokuma. It's always you.
It could have been, someone else, right?
Like who?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
They were all in the gym.
We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you.
But
But what about Kyoko?
Kyoko
it
was
totally
out there.
could have been
But
her.
Kyoko has scars, doesn't she? Isn't that... You made it perfectly clear that she wears those ugly gloves to cover up them ugly hands. Or that's not exactly what he said, but still.
Uh-oh, no snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
No, you didn't. You said she had ugly scars on her hand. The person that was in the garden did not have any scars on their hand. They had just a tattoo.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Go ahead, Kyoko, and we still will love you, no matter what. Before anyone could say anything. Go ahead, Kyoko, we still love you no matter. Oh! See, we still love you. Oh. Oh my gosh, you got football player hands. But I mean, we still love you. We still love you no matter what. Look at her. I don't know why, but her pulling her hands up reminded me of the thing from SpongeBob. When he's like, I hope his hands are clean. And he was like, the strangler. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kyoko. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. Yeah, see, it caught me off guard too. But see, she knows her hands are bad. That's why she keeps them covered up. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
Yeah, they're awful. They're kind of creepy looking. But they make you you, so that's all that matters.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
It means that we're getting closer to getting out of here. Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Yeah, like I said, it's what make you you, Kyoko, and we love you for it. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Yep. If somebody rub her hand, she could have
Makoto,
makeup on.
Did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No. She could have makeup on.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
Dang it. Not dang it. So that clears Kyoko completely. Person that had attacked Kyoko had nothing wrong with their hands. They didn't have fake nails, they didn't have a tattoo, and they damn sure didn't have scars. So what is it?
This is just awful!
That clears Kyoko. So who has...
On top
Whose
of my
hands
secret
you haven't
being
seen?
revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
I almost punched you in the face 4 times, Monokuma. Don't ever play with Kyoko like that.
Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
But in the end, you're gonna die.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
Not quite. I just thought of a few things, but not quite.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
So she was dead after the killing game began. So she was here. So somebody just offed her.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And Mama Kuma didn't report it? Isn't he supposed to report all that stuff though?
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
Not at all. All the floors were locked, so how would she have gotten up there?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Toko, I still think it's you, but you've moved yourself up a little bit after that one.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored. The biolab. Oh yeah, we stored it in the kitchen.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
The biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
There's no other way.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Interesting.
So it's the perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
We have proof? We do. The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. There's something that made it its way from the biolab to the garden. The tarp, right? Yeah, the tarp had been stamped with biolab.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is...
I'm honestly letting the game carry me because I'm a tad bit lost, but things are starting to click together.
The tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Yep, and we saw it and put it in our little file, and now it's here.
Oh, it says biolab.
No, Hina, it says science lab. Shut up. Let me do this. I'm carrying it.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Is it that tiny? It looks kind of big.
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
You're just mad because you didn't come up with it because you were stuck in the headmaster's room thinking you was going to find some good stuff, but you didn't find anything, did you? Because the headmaster was never in there.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
Yep. Sitting right there on the floor.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
So it could stay dry.
Wow.
Because the sprinklers come on.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess.
I mean...
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened.
I mean, there was a tarp inside of the garden area.
But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
I mean, you were sweating a little bit.
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
It is? I mean, yeah, it is. I know, of course.
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab? I think I know what they're talking about. I was just paying close attention to that as well.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Ooh. Do we have to get a close-up like this on his face? No, thank you.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Yeah, ignore him. What if it's like Hifumi? Remember Hifumi didn't... Like, he was like, I'm dead. And then he, I see the light. And then, he was dead. And then they announced it again. What if it's Hifumi this whole entire time? I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could she be talking about, or could you be talking about?
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know at this point. We were talking about the biolab. What are you talking about?
Your family.
Oh, goodness. Monokuma, come on.
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Like, I've seen you hit low, Monokuma, but this is a real low for you. Like, come on. Shut up.
Why are you bringing that up now?
I love look at his face. Like, he's so confused and adorable.
Your mom, your dad, your little sister.
That was your little sister?
What do you think has happened to your family?
Why does his little sister look taller and older than him? I hate when that happens. Do you know that a lot of people think that me and my brother Angel...
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Sorry, I was letting them talk because I hit the button. People think that me and my brother Angel are just... Like, I'm the youngest. I am not the youngest. I am the old... Like, I'm older than him. I'm not the oldest, but I am older than him. I have other siblings, but I'm older than him. But everybody looks at us and they be like, oh my god, you're the younger sister. And I be annoyed sometimes. I think it's because I'm kind of childish.
Stop talking about that!
Yeah, it's none of your business.
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
So we can stop thinking. Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want him to shut up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam it. We're not slamming him with anything. You're gonna slam anybody. I'm just saying Hina is standing right there. The inconsistency has to be the one area where the numbers just don't match up. Yeah, the numbers, the blue lights don't match up with how many are gone. 'Cause I'm gonna forget names. That's 1, 2 that passed away first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Someone else just 10. It should be 10 and it's only 9. As a matter of fact, Mukuro should make 10. And then there's Makoto, Kyoko, Byakuya, Hina. The numbers aren't adding up. That's what's not adding up. Moment of truth. No! No, you did not hit me with
Are
this.
you sure
I
about
don't even
this?
remember how to do this.
Are Are you sure about this?
How do you reload?
That's impossible! What? What do you want?
No!
Are
you
sure about
serious?
this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Oh my god.
Are you sure
Thank
about
you.
this? That's impossible!
1 second, 1 second.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Oh my god, we're gonna lose.
What? What do you want?
Oh my god.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
We're gonna lose.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about
We're gonna
this?
lose. Oh! I hate this stupid game. Be back in a second, y'all. Okay, we're done.
I'm not
Biolab
listening!
secret. Biolab lights. Shoot it!
This should prove it.
Oh, you guys don't understand how much that game angers me.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
If I get hit with another one, I'm gonna be so angry. I will be so angry. I will be so angry. I hate that game. Yes, it's the freaking lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue.
Right.
And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
Yep.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But there were only 9 and there should be 10.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Right.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Keep up, hero. Keep up. 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights it should be 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
That mean it wasn't 10 dead bodies.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. The key to solving this mystery. Do we really? Sayaka 1. Oh. And we didn't even get to know her. Junko 2. Leon 3. Oh. Chihiro 4. Mondo 5. Hifumi and Taka. Celeste was 8. Oh, Sakura was 9. That means Mukuro should have been 10.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
So something is completely wrong.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
For the love of goodness, keep up. Keep up, hero.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
Now that could be something. But whose body did he destroy? And why did he destroy one? And why wouldn't he destroy Mukuro's body?
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her.
Right?
And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
We all know whose body disappeared.
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
Oh, I had someone in mind.
But if that's true, Then why doesn't the body count match?
Because someone didn't die? Right?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I mean, Mondo technically was turned into butter, so maybe he ate him?
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders. The explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? Why would the mastermind destroy the body? Only 9 murders took place. The same person was killed twice? Could that be a thing? That's what...
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
So Mukuro... So this is what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, and I'm gonna go ahead and say because it looks like they're getting close to the answer anyway. Mukuro didn't die because Mukuro used a fake body. Well, I'm not gonna say a fake body. I know whose body she used because there's only one person that was in here with fake red nails. Used Junko's body. But why though? Maybe because they had the same measurements? But how, did she really know her measurement? Oh, well, yeah, of course she did. She had the files. So Mukuro's actually still alive. I think that's what they're going with, right?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far.
Yes.
But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
Yes.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Look at Makoto. Look, like I'm sitting here, mouth open, jaw dropped right now.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Junko.
It was Mukuro, of course.
What? I'm lost. I'm lost again.
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikasaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Please don't be another observing thing. I only guessed. It is.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed
Have we
as?
used the file yet?
Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Murdered twice. Mukuro died from the wounds she had all over her body. I know who it is. Wasn't there someone else who suffered some sort of injury?
Who is this someone else that Mukuro... Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima.
No, I meant to absorb it. No, no, no.
Shoot!
Who is this someone else
Stop
that
it.
Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Chihiro Mando? Kiyotaki Fumi Yamada?
No!
Celestia Lu?
Stop it. Stop it.
whatever?
Stop it.
Or maybe...
I was trying to
Sakura-
just...
No, there's no way anyone
Was murdered twice.
I'm going to lose because of this.
Who is this someone else? Was it Sayaka Maizo
Slow down.
Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando? Kiyotaki Fumi?
I'm going to lose
Celestia?
because
Or
of this.
maybe Sakura? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
What? What?
Shoot!
I might lose this one on purpose. I'll be right back, you
Is
guys.
this someone else that Mukuro? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando? Kiyotaki Fumi? Celestia Lu? Whatever? Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
Shoot!
Who is this someone else? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
Shoot! I refuse to give up yet.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishihifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu? Or maybe... No, there's no way
Anyone was murdered twice.
Who is this Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Mando? Kiyotaki Fumi? Celestia? Or maybe... Sakura Ogam? No. There's no way
Anyone was murdered twice.
I've been trying to shoot that for the last 5 minutes now.
Junko.
It was Junko. Because of the wounds on her body and everything else, it had to have been nobody else but Junko.
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Junko got stabbed like really, really bad
Well,
by
remember
multiple
what
little
happened
rods.
to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears.
Or spears,
all over her
rods,
body.
spears, whatever.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities
Match. They definitely do.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
Yep.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears.
Yep.
Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
So if Junko was killed twice, that means Mukuro's still alive.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person?
It can't be anything else.
Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that Junko her body got used to fake a death, and Mukuro's still alive, right?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Unless, some way, Mukuro is dead. And Junko's still alive?
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
Either Junko or Mukuro.
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
And now that they said it, I know it's not Mukuro. It's Junko. Junko's still alive? How? We watched her die.
She took Junko's body.
No, because Toku's on the same
and
page
made it
as
look
me.
like she was the one who died.
See, this is how I know it's wrong, because she's on the same page as me, and Toku's never right.
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
Hang your head in shame, because we're gonna end it right here and we'll come right back to this. I know I'm a terrible person, but I don't want them to get too long. I love each and every one of you guys, and hopefully this trial is over in the next one. I don't want you guys to think that I'm jumping ahead or I'm trying to hurry up and get this over with. I'm not. I really am enjoying this. I'm just so confused right now. So bear with me with my mess ups and stuff, and please, I hope they don't hit me with another one of those stupid games again. Not the argument game. We all know the one I hate. I love each and every one of you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see all you guys in the next video. Bye.